The only healing I can tell you about is that God is a healer.
Yes.
So I'm going to give over to documentation and to those who are authorities on the subject matter. Amen.
Amen.
Now, I'm going to say this again, Deacon. The doctors in your state have been instructed by the powers that be that if you go in the hospital, if you go to the hospital emergency room, and you're coughing or wheezing or having breathing or whatever, if you die, if you have a heart attack, this might sound like I'm being a little sarcastic, and maybe I am at this point. If you break your arm,
I believe it.
but if you sneeze at the same time,
oh, Lord,
it's corona. Now, I'm going to show you documentation, Deacon. If you could pull up, you know what? I don't know if I gave this to you or not, but I want you to see if you can find this. Senator and doctor of Minnesota. Anybody familiar with him? I think we're talking about the state senator.
let's see what his name is. Jim Abler.
Jim Abler?
Jim Abler.
I want y'all to see this. This is important. If y'all could focus in here, right here behind me, this is real news, as you all call it. Here's what the headline is saying, but nobody's talking about it. Okay? And then I'm going to see if I can find something on YouTube. I want you to hear it. Hear it. State Senator, Minnesota Department of Health, artificially inflating COVID-19 death count. All right, hold on for a minute. But I'm not sure this is the bad guy. As a matter of fact, he's letting out the bag a whole lot of secrets.
Yeah.
All right? Now, in a minute, I'm going to hopefully get some audio for you. But I want you to pay attention. Could you scroll up a little bit up there? So is there an article there? No, I mean,
down.
Oh,
yeah,
down.
absolutely.
I meant down. I'm sorry.
Yep. The Minnesota Department of Health has misrepresented the amount of people COVID-19 has killed, according to State Senator Jim Abler. He alleges that the MDH, which is the Minnesota Department of Health, are inflating the COVID-19 body count by coaching physicians to list the disease on a patient's death certificate, even when coronavirus isn't the sole cause of death. He leveraged this accusation via Twitter Monday based on analysis from fellow state senator and medical doctor Scott Jensen. So this is a quote, this is a tweet that he tweeted April the 6th, on April the 6th.
Now, so pull that article up and read it.
And he has the tweet.
Now, I want you to pull up this if you can. Let's see if we can get him talking a little
Scott
bit.
Jensen. Okay.
All right, on YouTube. Now, that's number one. Again, we're not conspiracy theorists. For those of you that say that, please leave us alone. Okay? You all are coincidence theorists.
Yeah.
That think that everything is a coincidence. All right. Deacon, let's see if we can get some words. Now, I can't play it all, but I want you to hear just a little bit of his words. Not yet. But see, remember this. Somebody asked if they're trying to take him out. Remember, they do sprinkle truth. They always put the truth in the mouth of a person that people hate. So when the truth comes out, you will hate it. You will hate it because of where it came from.
You won't even question why
and
you did.
it's part of their agreement of witchcraft that they have to tell people what they're doing. It's only part. That's part of black magic. They just have trained you to ignore what's right in front of you. But watch this.
All right, let's play.
Let's play. Let's get some action here.
All right.
I think it's critically important. Can you repeat what you just said, please? Well, last Friday I received a 7-page document that sort of told me that if I had an 86-year-old patient that had pneumonia but was never tested for COVID-19, but sometime after she came down with pneumonia, we learned that she had been exposed to her son, who had no symptoms, but later on was identified with COVID-19, that it was the appropriate diagnosis Well,
Mm.
fear is a great way to control people, and I worry about that. I worry that sometimes we're so darn interested in just jazzing up the fear factor that
Good night.
How,
I really could just go home.
how clear could that get?
How clear? This ain't some conspiracy guy. That is the senator of Minnesota, who's also a doctor, who said they were told to skew, in their words,
Wow.
the deaths.
Wow.
They asked him why. Did you see him pause?
Yeah.
He had to think about what he was about to
Yeah,
say, right?
yeah, he took a
then he
risk.
goes and says, because fear controls.
Yeah. He took a big swallow too, boy.
Do you see
Yeah.
why you need to find you a teaching priest?
Yeah.
Do you see why you can't afford to be sitting in? And let me just say this too, because I know I've been off of Facebook, but I'm getting sick of a lot of you ministers out there. I love y'all, but I'm sick of you. Who are using this to fearmonger our people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you pastors out there that are out here doing this and meeting in the church, because you don't got nothing to say anyway on Sunday. You've been ran out of sermon material.
COVID-19.
And I know a few of you right here in Virginia that got these bigger churches that keep just out. You're so worried about the safety of the people. No, you're not. You ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
And your people are looking to you for hope. But like always, you let them down. And let me just say this to you about your preachers. The same preachers that are fear-mongering you, that are telling you, don't move, stay in the house locked in. And I'm not telling you to disobey. I'm not telling you to be foolish. If you can help it, don't be all over everywhere.
That's right. That's right.
Be at home with your family. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this. Get outside and stand out in that yard with your shoes off and get some vitamin D.
Get some herb. Get some herb.
I ain't here to scare the hell out of you. You already been scared. Let me tell you this right now.
Too long.
The same preachers that are telling y'all that, watch like I tell you, Deacon. I'm not going to call that name yet.
Uh-huh.
You know, for years I stopped calling names.
For
I've been
a
a good
long
boy.
time, yeah.
I've been a good boy. But this might make me come back.
Yeah,
Because you lying Negroes
You don't care about your people.
going to be the same preachers that going to tell your churches to line up and get that vaccine.
Whoa. Whoa.
You better, they're going to use you like they always do.
Yeah.
You buck dancing,
They've been paid.
Uncle Tom half-hearted, jelly-back, skirt-wearing preachers.
They gave it up a long time ago.
They been gave it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Huh?
They gave it up a long time ago.
So, I'm sorry, I had a moment.
No, you right on time.
I had a moment.
Right on time.
But I need to start this broadcast off today,
You got
podcast, showing you that they're not showing y'all all that's happening.
They ain't got a shepherd.
They don't have a shepherd, so the sheep
They got a
are
wolf.
scattering.
They got a wolf.
But folks are joining the church, and we didn't even open the door.
Yes, sir. Close.
Because folk now said, man, can I tell you something? The word church been prepared. Now, we weren't ready. Or should I say it this way? We were ready. No, I don't know how to say it. We were a little ready and a little prepared. But I tell you what, it did, for those that pay attention to our teaching, this was not a total surprise. No question. I feel good as an under shepherd. That as much as they talked about us, Deacon, on Warfare Wednesday, y'all crazy and all that, a certain part of me is relaxing.
Yeah.
Because I know that while they're laughing at us now, I'm in a subtle way almost, because if it wasn't so sad, I'd be laughing at you.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, that's not all. So now we already shown you that they're fudging the numbers. Let's go to documentation. Well, we already gave the documentation.
Yeah.
And we let you hear from the what? From the senator, the
the
doctor,
senator,
right?
the one that said it.
Now, here's what I want you to know. Fear controls. This is part of the plan. Now, whenever they come with a pandemic like this, the pandemic is based on research. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
Listen to me good. Everybody repeat after me. Find me that other site I told you to go to and hold. You still got it?
Yep, got it right here.
In 2003, thank you. I was just about to say, somebody said, 2003, Canada was put on quarantine. I know y'all, we were busy drinking, smoking, lying, cheating, clubbing, sexing, doing what we do, watching sports. Right?
I just graduated.
I know I was. In 2003,
I just graduated high school.
I know for sure I was laid up somewhere I ain't had no business, for sure. I was not in church and knew better.
I won't know
for
where near
sure.
church.
I tell on myself first. I'm sure I was somewhere
I won't know where near
in a
church.
hole somewhere. But never mind that. Nevertheless, thank God for his mercy. Now, watch this, y'all. I want you to get this. Watch this. 2003, they ran a special study and case study and an experiment on the people of Canada. First of all, think about that for me.
Yeah.
It was based on SARS.
That's in China. That came from China.
But if they were able to do that, how prepared were they for it? That they already had people assigned and prepared to run the case. They already had an in-house study done on each home of the people that they will use in each demographic. Now, I want to show you that when they do these things, they already know. So when you watch the news and they're telling you that we don't know what to do because we need to find traces of how China or how the Asians have dealt with these things, they're not waiting on answers to how we deal with things. They already know.
They already know.
Because this is all based on prior research and studies. And one of the researchers that they use, and I'm going to go to a real site, all right? So don't go tell me he pulling up conspiracy. No conspiracy sites for me here.
Not at all.
We're going to U.S. Gov. We're going to all that good stuff that y'all believe in.
O-V.
Now, Deacon, pull up the title. Go up a little bit and let's look at the title of this thing.
Amen. All right.
Read that for me, Deacon.
This comes from the United States National Library of Medicine. Wow. Can't get no official than that.
It comes from where again?
The United States National Library of Medicine.
There you go.
All
You
right.
like that?
National
No
Center
conspiracy, right?
for Biotech Info.
For biotech info.
Uh-huh.
Here it is.
Take a look.
This is the understanding, compliance, and psychological impact of the SARS quarantine experience. They talked about what would happen to people in this study if you put them under certain restrictions, like rats. All right? I'm not going to read the whole thing. Y'all should pull it up at home, read it. It'll blow your mind because we're seeing it repeated right now. All right? Watch this.
Amen.
Hey, by the way, don't go anywhere. Y'all better tag some people. It's about to get good. Young people, I know y'all got short attention spans. I'm going to talk about Rick Ross in a minute. I'm going to talk about Forrest Gump in a minute. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff. So don't get bored. I'm coming to you in a minute. Now, watch this.
Rick Ross in a minute.
Yeah, every day I'm hustling. I'm going to go there in a minute. Because he said, meet me at room 222. Room 222. I'm on 22. I'm going to tell you why it was 22 in 2002.
Crazy.
I'll show you why he picked that. Like all predictive programming. But just wait a minute. So in the first paragraph, you'll look, Deacon, I don't know if you feel like it might win. If you can read some of it, read some of it.
Abstract is the title of the paragraph.
Just a little bit of it.
All right. This study examines a cohort of persons quarantined during the 2003 SARS outbreak in Canada and describes their understanding of difficulties in compliance with and the psychological impact of the quarantine experience.
The mental impact of the quarantine experience, which is what we're experiencing now.
Right now.
So we do have trace studies. This is from their library. They're lying when they said we don't know what to do because it caught us off guard. They're lying. And it couldn't have caught them back off guard because I've been showing y'all over and over that they wrote about it, that they talked about it, they put it in the movies. Today I'm going to show you Forrest Gump told you too.
Forrest Gump.
After all, life is like a box of chocolate. Watch this.
A mail questionnaire was administered to 1,912 eligible adults and included the impact of events scaled, revised, to assess symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Self-reported compliance with all required quarantine measures was low, although significantly higher when the rationale for quarantine was understood. Healthcare workers experienced greater psychological distress, including symptoms of PTSD. We're seeing that now.
You see that now?
Increased perceived difficulty with compliance. Healthcare workers, longer quarantine, and compliance with quarantine requirements were significant contributors to higher IESR scores. The low compliance with quarantine requirements introduces concerns about the effectiveness of quarantine as a public health measure.
All right. I don't want you to read it all because you're reading a whole lot. Scroll up a little bit. Y'all need to pull this up. I'm just going to pick through it. I mean, I keep saying up. Scroll down.
No doubt.
All right, hold. Okay, so we didn't pull up the exact thing I wanted either.
Is
Let
this
me
the
make
one right
sure.
here? SARS control and...
Hold on 1 minute. I want to make sure we get the exact thing that I had, if I can find. Yeah, I think that's it.
It starts controlling
Try
psychological.
that one.
Okay.
All right? And pardon me, this is all done in real time. We don't practice, we don't talk.
No, sir.
Scroll down for me, D.
Let's get it.
I'm about to show y'all what y'all can expect.
Let's get it.
Okay? So you did abstract. Go to figures. Let's see. I want you to make sure y'all read through the figures. If you read through the article, you don't have to go through it all. I'm going to tell you some of the things to look out for. There should be something that says methods as well. There should be methods, and if we're in the right place. Okay? When you get to methods, I want you to see something very important. Because, Deacon, guess when the SARS epidemic or when their quarantine happened, y'all? How'd you guess? You see it. Oh, you see it. Are you looking at the same thing?
Right.
So somebody's doing it in the back. Can I tell y'all something? Ironically, coincidentally, their outbreak that quarantined Canada happened March the 21st through May. Oh, no, June. Does it give you the out date? All right.
I'm going to see if I can look it up.
No, I'm going to show it to you. Through June the 24th. And let me tell you why that's funny. Because what is everybody telling you is all going to end anyway?
In June?
Around June.
Yeah.
You see how they do?
Let it go.
Now stay with me.
I want to go outside.
All right? I'm not going to go through all this, but I want y'all to read this article. Y'all can see it. Pull it up. All right? Maybe Deacon Jamal, if he gets time later, will post the links.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can.
It should have been methods. It should have just rolled because I just took notes of it right here. But it just had it just like this. As you scroll down, you can see methods. You can also see conclusions, tests. It's all about their.
Oh, it's a breakdown.
Yeah, of what the report.
Let me see.
Okay?
Let's see if I can Google it another way.
And while you're doing that, let me just tell y'all what it says when you pull it up. It talks about the methods. I just told you the dates, right? Which is funny. Then it says that they begin to give out masks and thermometers so that everybody can begin to check their what? Temperature, which is similar to what's going on there. Everybody's giving masks, and they're telling you if you run a what? Fever. Okay? Nothing is new. Here's what they're going to do, y'all. I don't have time to go over this because I got a lot to go through. Read this whole thing. We'll post the links. Deacon will post it later in the description or whatever. We'll make sure you get it. What I want you to understand is they did the exact same thing, but they noticed something in 2003.
Man, I wish I could find that.
That the younger people didn't take it serious. That's all in the report. That older people went off about it, but people under 40 were riding around having a good time. Does that sound familiar? I've been seeing young folks riding around 5 deep. Them Negroes been in the back seat with a, we call it the punk seat. They've been in the middle ride. Music going. Somebody had a cipher last night. They were piled up in the house, no masks.
Yeah.
Them Negroes are smoking big weed.
Yeah.
Huh? Probably popping pills.
That big boy weed.
And if you look in the report, one of the things that bothered them is that young people won't take it serious. So they had to turn up the propaganda. They had to turn up the bad news, which is why it's being forced down your throat at an all-time high.
24/7.
24/7. Now, I'm afraid that the next time they do something like this, it's going to be even worse. Because young people are still doing what they want to do. And that makes the government very angry. Now, I'm about to get past all of this. Don't even worry. I'm just showing y'all what to look up. All right? Now, the conclusions discover, and look, when you get to the part that says conclusions after methods and abstract and all that, it actually says they discover that this may not be, that how they handled it with the quarantine caused deep distress and caused people to be sick because of how they were feeling of the stress. And they said their final conclusion is this was not the best way to handle any type of virus or outbreak. But it did say this. For some reason, it said in the conclusion, look for another novel disease.
Wow.
And they call it a novel disease, like the novel coronavirus. Like the coronavirus, I'm coming to you, like the coronavirus that was written in the novel that I showed y'all a few weeks ago by the man named, was it Coots? Was it Dan
Yeah,
Cruz?
yeah, Dave. Yeah.
Who
yep,
in
that's
page
right.
333 wrote about this whole coronavirus, the Wuhan virus. You were getting ready to say something, Deacon. I'm
I
sorry.
can't even. It was something about it's gone. Did it
I'm
say?
sorry. Go ahead.
Did it? No, it was. I was going to ask you about the. I'm trying to run a series of words so I can pull up the article you were talking about.
Somebody said, what is the link? We're going to have to post
Yeah,
it.
it's going to take a little
We'll
while.
post the link. Okay, we'll post the link. And maybe in a minute while I'm talking, if Deacon Jamal knows the link, he can post it on the phone or something on Facebook if y'all can't wait. Okay? But you can see it here. And then
Oh, okay. I found something else. here.
What else you found?
An outbreak
That's it, I think.
should follow the 3 criteria for quarantine to be a useful measure of disease control. And it says the use of quarantine in the Toronto outbreak failed on all 3 counts.
Yes.
It was inefficient, and ineffective. It was massive in scale. Toronto public health authorities quarantined approximately 100 people for each SARS case.
Which, by the way, I want you to know that there are reports that they said quarantine is the worst thing we could have ever done to deal with this. But I'm not going to go there because y'all can't handle that. Do your research, and many people believe, I didn't even say I believe.
Wow.
Many people believe that quarantine made it worse because of, number one, the psychological, the mental effect that it has over people. It totally disrupts the normal flow, and they know it. Most of y'all are sick, but you're sick because you're worried to death.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get to that in a minute.
That's good.
I'm going to get to that.
That's good.
But I need you to see how they're amping the deaths up. If you trip over on a skateboard and fall, and they come in and you start coughing, corona. If you
Get
drink
your
too
legs.
many coronas, it's corona, then it would be true.
You from Corona, Queens?
Corona Queen.
You get
It's corona. So I'm not making this up, and I'm not making light of this. What I'm actually telling you is it's true, and I'm giving y'all real information. Now, why am I doing this? Because when they break the news, we
fix
come and
it.
fix it.
That's right.
The breaking news is what got y'all crazy. It's got you sick. It almost had me.
Yeah, yeah.
I shut it off and shut y'all off. Y'all can take all y'all stuff and keep it. I will cut y'all off in a minute to keep my peace and my healing. I ain't lying. I'm telling you for real. I love you, but y'all ain't going to drive me down because y'all sit on the phone all day and talk to a bunch of evil people and watch a bunch of bad news. The news rating are higher than they ever been in the history of television.
Wow.
And you think they about to start telling you good news? I don't think so.
That joint just
They're going to pump so much bad news. And can I tell you one more thing they said in that report, Deacon?
What's that?
It's proof that quarantine, and watch this, they said the thing that makes it worse is the duration of it. Meaning, the more they drag it out, even though the numbers that they lie about don't even show that this is the worst or that this will be the worst, they said they're still dragging it out, which we mentally have shown through reports and through research causes the sickness of stress and distress to cause more problems that are not COVID related, but just immune system related. Okay? Now,
It makes sense.
this about to get good, y'all. I had to get through the nerdy stuff first. Now,
That nerdy stuff.
yeah, I gotta get through the nerdy stuff because I know I got people with y'all ain't got no attention span. All right, sit down. Some of y'all, you gotta smoke a blunt. I know that's what you're gonna do. I'm not telling you to smoke one, but I'm just telling you, you don't even realize the weed that you smoking. Okay, ain't even real weed.
It's gonna make you soft.
Don't come talking about God gave it to you because it's not even real. It's gonna make you sterile or soft. And it's going to cause you to have feelings toward, listen, it's going to cause, I said it. Go research it. You weed smokers, 420 coming up.
Your wrist is gonna break.
I'm telling you, they have, what they are using now, don't keep talking about God made it. He ain't make that. But this is designed to make you men very soft and tender.
Like y'all do.
And make you look at another man's butt. But we'll go there another day. See, nobody going to tell you that.
I see your wardrobe changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what's going on.
It's changing.
Hey, girl. Hey. hey, girlfriend. Now, watch this. Watch this.
You're getting soft.
If you think I'm lying, somebody post here what I'm talking about. I don't have time to teach on weed today, but it is true. The chemicals that I put in there are affecting the hormones and other things 100%.
Yep.
That's a bonus. Now, so Deacon, now that we know they're lying and they have a pandemic, now I want to explain to you where y'all getting y'all information from. The This is the CDC. We lock it down. All right? Watch this. The CDC. Well, let me just tell y'all the first thing you need to know about the CDC. It is not your government. The CDC are not a bunch of people that's looking after you, big brother. The CDC is a privately owned
entity.
Okay, y'all didn't hear what I said. I'm going to say it again. The CDC is not owned by USA. The USA ain't even owned by the USA.
Tell it.
The CDC is owned by privately owned 501c3 for profit, which is backed and which is their major contributors are rich people, wealthy people who are mostly tied into pharma, watch this, big pharmaceuticals.
Big pharma.
Big pharma. Your number one supporters of the CDC are the people that's getting ready to make a lot of money off the medicine and vaccines.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I said CDC, watch this, CDC is private. Now,